What up, everybody? It's your boy Ricky Rick, and your boy Ricky Rick is back with another Ricky Talk. And today is December 8th, 2022. In case you didn't know, now you know. And tonight is Thursday night football, y'all. It's the Raiders coming to LA, facing my team, the Los Angeles Rams. And you already know how this season's been going for us. But things might be changing with the help of Baker Mayfield, as he got waived by the Panthers and got picked up by the Rams. So maybe there is hope. Maybe there's a little hope there. Will he start tonight? Will he not start tonight? You know, we got nothing to lose. This season's already over for us, but man, do I want this win against the Raiders. You know what the Raiders remind me of? The Raiders remind me of being a parent, having a child who plays sports, and that child not being good at those sports. And you're just rooting on for your child like a good parent does. Rooting for them to do good, rooting for a moment of, getting hype, getting excited, of them doing something incredible, something awesome, and it just doesn't happen. So you're just waiting, and you keep going game after game after game after game. You're there for the practices. You're there for the games, the live games. You're watching them there. You wake up early. You get them ready. And they just let you down. That's what it's like to be a Raider fan. It's true. Don't believe me? Just ask the Raider fans themselves. So let's recap, shall we? When it comes to Baker Mayfield, this is what I know. I know that he used to be the quarterback of the Cleveland Browns. He helped turn the team around. I think he gave that team its first playoff victory in 40 years. And out of nowhere, he became a Carolina Panther. Got released by Cleveland. Now, recently got released by the Carolina Panthers about 2 days ago, 3 days now. And now he's the Los Angeles Rams. So, from the top of my head, my mind, or whatever you want to say, from the top of my head, I know he's a good quarterback. I know he used to be one of the elites. I believe he was drafted number 1 on the year he was drafted. So, the guy can play. Now, is it that he sucks? Is it that he's too cocky? Or is it he just haven't had the right team around him? Kind of like what they used to say about Matthew Stafford. But if the guy does have some swag, Sean McVay has been known to have some swag of his own. Maybe these two guys can come together and make something happen. Will that happen tonight versus the Raiders is yet to be determined. Will he start tonight against the Raiders is yet to be determined. Like I asked my girl last night, knowing how the Rams season has been so far and losing games the way we have, coming close to some of those games and still end up short, would you continue another game like that? Or would you risk putting this new guy who's been on your team for less than a week and see what happens? Like gamble. This season, it's not like we're going to the Super Bowl. I would not want to see this team make the playoffs, because even if we did, we would be eliminated very quickly by the teams that are doing very good. But would I love to see my team win? Oh, yeah. I think anybody would love to see your team win, even if they're having a bad season. It's better than seeing them lose. I'll tell you that, because every single loss, as much as it breaks my heart, it hasn't been that bad. Even though we've been losing, even though this has been a lost season, a losing season, some of those games we had the opportunity to win. If we would have just made a couple defensive stops, maybe some offensive choices, better choices, we could have won some of those games. We came close to the Seahawks. We came close to playing against Tom Brady. The second time we played against the 49ers, we did really good in the first half. Second half, I don't know what happened. So we had some games where we would like to have back, and things could be a little bit different, but they're not. It is what it is. I am the type of guy that is willing to admit when my team is not doing well. They're not doing well. What can I do when all your players get hurt all in the same year? Every week, I believe we had one or multiple injuries. So it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard when your team goes down, and especially when your starting players are out. Now, not everyone is willing to admit when their team sucks. I am not one of those people. When my team sucks, but at least I'm still riding with my team. Win or lose. It's always been that way with me, man, with all my teams. I don't jump ship. Like I said, and I repeat, not everyone is willing to admit when their team sucks. It's okay. That just means I'm better than you. I'm just kidding. All jokes aside, though, I don't know why some people have a hard time admitting when their team sucks. Maybe they can't just accept it. You know, it's like when your team loses. When your team loses, you just gotta accept it, man. They lost. A win is a win. A loss is a loss. But guess what? You live to see another day. Or in sports, there's another game. There's another season. There's always next year. Anyways, we just came off winning the Super Bowl. In the offseason, there was all this talk about the Rams having the best opportunity to be one of the teams to repeat. That is not the case. So sometimes even listening to the experts, the analysis, sports analysis, they don't even know what they're talking about, man. They're like the Weather Channel. They get shit wrong from time to time. And sometimes it's all the time. Right now, the hottest team in football, year after year, we've seen it with multiple teams who are on a hot streak. They burned out. Or they end up being not the ones that make the Super Bowl. Or sometimes they get eliminated by a team that's not doing that great or doesn't have the best record. So this year's been crazy. This year has been wild. This year has been unique. So we will see what happens. The Raiders are in a winning streak. They have won 3 games in a row. Today, if you were to ask me before the addition of Baker Mayfield, yeah, today I would say they would make it 4 in a row because my team has not been doing that well. And when you don't have guys like Aaron Donald, Matthew Stafford, or Cooper Kupp who helped win the Super Bowl last year, our chances are very slim. But now with this new breaking news of Baker Mayfield, will he play? Will he not play? Like I said, what do the Rams have to lose besides lose another game? If he does well and wins, great. If he ends up losing, at least he gains some practice out of the game and we see what he can do. Maybe we'll see some glimpses of what he can bring to LA and the Rams in its final weeks of the season. All I say, I would love to see him play. If he's better than the quarterbacks that we have right now in our roster, why not give him an opportunity? We're already giving opportunities to our backup quarterbacks, so why not take a chance and risk it all? Put all the chips on the table, and let's see who comes out with a W. Now, before I wrap up this video, I want to give a shout out to one of my coworkers, Reynaldo Ray, who is one of my coworkers, and we made a bet at the start of the season that which team would have the best record, him being a Raider fan, me being a Ram fan. This does not include preseason. This does not include the playoffs, just straight regular season. Which team has a better season, and the winner will win $50. For one of us, one of the teams has been picking up slack as of late. For the other of us, the team is continuing to stumble, trip, and continue to fall in the rat hole that they dig themselves into, which is my team, the Rams. But yeah, just wanted to give them a shout out. And I asked them the other day, now that the Raiders had a back-to-back winning streak, 3 games in a row, I asked them, would you rather have $50 one day, or would you rather have $1 for 50 days? I don't know where I seen that from, but I think it was How I Met Your Mom. But for some reason, Adam Sandler's face pops in my mind when I think of that phrase. Just a little something I wanted to add to the video. The one issue I have coming to work when it's coming at 10 or 10:30, The whole goddamn parking lot is full. Now, I only have one question for all of y'all. Now, who the fuck wants to leave and give me some room so I can park this baby right here and get to work? Back to what's important. Thursday night football. You got the Raiders coming to SoFi, playing against the defending champs, the Los Angeles Rams. Now, in my defense, yes, we've been having a losing season, but all the teams that we played, we actually haven't lost bad. Like, where you're like, damn. Except week 1 to the Buffalo Bills. I'll give you guys that one. But other than that, every other game has been pretty close. So I'm expecting another close game. I feel like the Rams will put up a fight. We might be in for a surprise if Baker Mayfield ends up playing or not. I still expect this to be a close game. Most obvious, Raiders win. Surprising victory. The Rams win. And we move on to next week. But tonight's about bragging rights, and I do want this win because I want to be on top of the Raiders. Woo! So, Raider fans, scream Raiders all you want. The Rams are going to win this. But just in case the Rams don't win, I'll be okay. There's always next year. Oh, there's always next Sunday because the season's not over. I just hope it's not another L. I'd rather it be another dub, another W, another win for the win column. Come on, man. We got to get another win this season. And I know there is another win coming. It's coming real soon. It's going to happen tonight against the Raiders. And if it does happen tonight, that's not a good look for the Raiders, man. Especially with Aaron Donald being out, Matthew Stafford being out, Cooper Kupp being out. Like, what does that say about your team? What does that say about the Raiders and the Raiders' chances of winning this year's Super Bowl? Because the beginning of the season, Raiders gonna win the Super Bowl. Sorry to break it to you guys, but you guys are only making the first round and then getting eliminated. In case nobody told you, you heard it here first. And with that said, I'll just wrap up by saying thank you for watching this video. If you made it all the way through, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.